Once upon a time, John and Sarah, a newlywed couple, decided to go on their honeymoon to a beautiful tropical island. They had been looking forward to this trip for months, and they were excited to spend some quality time together as husband and wife. The first few days of their trip were absolutely perfect. They spent their days lounging on the beach, swimming in the crystal clear waters, and exploring the island's lush forests. At night, they would enjoy romantic dinners on the beach, watching the sun set over the horizon. But on the fourth day of their trip, disaster struck. A massive storm rolled in, bringing with it high winds and heavy rain. The couple took shelter in their hotel room, hoping that the storm would pass quickly. However, the storm only grew worse. The hotel's roof was torn off, and the walls began to collapse. John and Sarah grabbed their passports and whatever belongings they could carry, and they ran for their lives. They managed to find shelter in a nearby cave, but the storm showed no signs of letting up. They were trapped, with no way to call for help and no idea when the storm would end. Days turned into weeks, and the couple was forced to survive on nothing but rainwater and the few supplies they had managed to grab from the hotel. They were cold, wet, and miserable, but they never lost hope. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the storm began to subside. John and Sarah emerged from the cave, weak and exhausted, but grateful to be alive. They made their way back to the hotel, which was now nothing but a pile of rubble. But despite the disaster, the couple's love for each other had only grown stronger. They realized that, as long as they had each other, they could overcome any obstacle. And so, they set out to rebuild their lives, stronger and more in love than ever before. They knew that they would always face challenges, but they also knew that, together, they could conquer anything.